All you need is a good sleeping bag and a pile of rocks to put it on. That is the philosophy and working mantra that Steve Wallis lives by. Powerful words from a powerful individual. Hello folks and welcome to the channel. I'm sure you might be aware that Steve just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube recently. After making content for over 11 years on YouTube, Steve has finally hit the million mark. I personally couldn't be happier for him. To celebrate the 1 million mark, Steve went out to the camp on the Canada-US border. It ended up getting a little more extreme than he originally planned, and I'll tell you all about it. Make sure to stick around, leave a like and comment on my channel. It really helps me stay motivated to make more such videos for you guys. Steve camped in Alberta's provincial park near Montana's border. That place is quite famous for grizzlies and black bears. Equipped with bear spray, a handheld radio, Steve reached the fence near the Canadian-US border. Can you imagine getting away with sleeping at the border, all while vlogging it? Deep into no man's land. A place no one dares to roam. I can't even begin to imagine doing something like that. To be completely honest, neither can Steve. Not alone at least. During this trip, Steve had a crazy neighbor who's an outdoors expert and recurring person on Steve's channel with him. A true friend to Steve in all regards. Watching them share the 1 million subscriber sub near the border was wholesome and historic. No fancy firework, Hollywood, hot pink, love, just two guys enjoying their years of hard work while sipping a cold one and eating a sub. The fact that Steve was not alone during this trip really meant a lot to him. He said so in the video, which reminded me of a quote by American hiker and explorer Chris McCandles, that happiness is only real when shared. That's not all that happened during their adventure. Steve trekked all the way to the actual border and spent a whole night there in a sleeping bag. While trekking to the border, they had to be extra careful since they had black bears near that area, and Steve was trekking on foot as usual. On the way, he found some people but stayed in stealth mode. Steve made sure to never cross the actual border line between America and Canada. He was on the Canadian side the whole time, which made his adventure legal, and he did not have to worry about border security. What he was really worried about were bears, but he still got the sleeping bags out to the border and spent the night there. He used thermal vision to check long-distance threats and slept only after taking all possible precautions. Needless to say, there are no maps to navigate these remote areas, so Steve relied on Google Maps, putting modern technology to good use. After successfully spending a night at the border, Steve packed up and started heading back to the city. On his way, he found a stealth spot with trampled grass and rested there. Steve was so happy and surprised that he didn't get arrested or die during this trip. And frankly, so was I. I was so glad that he had Crazy Neighbor with him and he was better equipped with safety supplies this time. Funnily enough, on a different trip, Steve was spotted by a fan named Kevin Marcus, who's an animator that runs the channel Small Plots on YouTube. He made a whole animated video explaining his encounter. Steve saw that video and thought it was awesome. Make sure to check under your bed for Steve. You never know where he's camping these days. Also, make sure to subscribe, like this video. If you enjoyed it, I hope you did. Thanks for watching, and congrats Mr. Wallis for being recognized for your hard work.